Basically, recap lang. On the 23rd of September will be the next hearing. There was a motion na dapat nila i-delay yung proceedings, request proceedings for next week. It was denied. So basically, ang mangyayari, President Duterte, former President Duterte will be here until September. But I think meron pang mga legal remedies na gusto nilang gawin. But
trying to make
another motion perhaps.
And in relation to that, sir, ano ba ang dapat naming asahan? Kasi syempre, sabi, September 23 ang susunod nating pagdinig. Pero in case you are going to file any petitions as an ICC expert, sir, how will that happen?
I think the court said naman it is without prejudice to earlier hearings, no? But the confirmation of the charges, which focuses, of course, on the issue of jurisdiction and the issue of elements of the crime, was set for September 25. But that is without prejudice to filing a motion that could possibly be heard by the court. Okay?
Okay. And then,
Secretary, just a follow-up, sir, on the question of Gretchen. Ito po kasi galing sa kay Congressman Barbers. Can you just kindly respond to this? I understand that you're filing your asylum, pero ito lang, ang sinasabi niya, may standing contempt order pa rin ang Quadcom sa inyo at sa misis ninyo. Kaya dapat mag-report ang Bureau of Immigration sa Quadcom kung paano kayo nakalabas ng bansa at saan kayo dumaan. Would you care to respond to this? Tapos sabi niya, kabilang nandito, and let me quote, habang nasa ibang bansa si Roque, hindi siya pwedeng hulihin. They agree to this kasi jurisdictional ang contempt order ng Quadcom. Pero pag nasa Pilipinas si Roque, kailangan i-serve sa kanya ang detention order ng Quadcom. Nilinaw ni Barbers na hindi ito panggigipit, pero isa rin kayo sa mga abogado ni Duterte sa The Hague bago raw maaresto si Duterte na contempt na ng Quadcom kayo. Kaya dahil sa pambabastos sa mga patawag ng komite at sa investigasyon nito, wala raw itong kinalaman sa pagiging ICC accredited lawyer po ninyo o pagiging abogado ni Duterte. Kaya baka raw nag-i-imagine lang kayo ng mga ganitong dahilan. Sir, please.
Wala naman akong binabanggit na may relasyon yung WAD committee at yung panunupil sa akin, no? But the reality is, sa mulat-mula, alam nyo naman lahat na iilang Pilipino lang ang nasa list council ng ICC. At alam nyo namang naroon ako. Pangalawa, sa mulat-mula, ako po'y spokesperson pa. Yung first time pa ako naging spokesperson, as early as nagkaroon ng international report na merong nag-iisip na magsampa ng reklamo laban kay Presidente Duterte, ako na po talaga ang exclusive advisor ni Presidente Duterte ng ICC. Unfortunately, nawala nga po ako sa gobyerno at nawala na po yung aking lead, kumbaga, in advising the President on the ICC. Everything happened when I no longer headed an interagency committee dealing with the ICC issue. And I think things happened after I resigned as spokes to run as senator in 2022, and all initiatives were pursued by then DOJ Secretary Maynard, later on OSG, as well as ES Medellea. So doon natapos yung aking, kumbaga, active involvement on advising the President on ICC matters dahil nangamba niya ng ako. No? So hindi po nila mapagkakait na ngayong naririto na ang kaso ni Duterte, iniisip ko isa sa dahilan kung bakit nila ako ginigipit ay para mawalan ng legal representation ng Presidente. Now, totoo po na marami namang nasa list council. Pero wala na pong ibang list council member siguro na pamilyar sa Batas Pilipinas, Batas International, at yung political context ng pagsasampa ng kaso ito. So, 5 lang pong Pilipino yan, yung 2, counsel for the victims, di ko po kakilala kung sino pa yung 2, but I don't think Barbers can deny na sa mulat-mula, pinalano nila talaga ang pagpapadala dito kay Presidente Duterte para mawala ang tinik sa kanilang mga buhay na magkaroon ng Marcos forever. Kung matatandaan nyo po July of 2022, nag-briefing kami sa Malacanang. Pinabayad ko si Presidente Duterte ng 20 pesos para hindi ako makapagsalita sa labas kung anong pinag-usapan. Pero alam naman po natin yan tungkol sa ICC yan. At sinabi niya, hindi makikipagtulungan. Pero as early as August, meron ng kontrang statement si Justice Secretary Remulla as relayed to me by Reuters. In fact, it was not featured prominently in the Philippine media, and it was Reuters that asked me to comment. Abay, iba na po sinasabi, mere 1 month after the President declared that we will not cooperate. At alam niyo naman yung sinabi na ni Secretary Remulla, which is now consistently what he has been saying, that pag nagkaroon daw ng red notice, they have to cooperate, which is of course not true.
The president, of the former president at the detention center, kumusta ang moral po niya?
Ang sabi ni Vice President Duterte, na promote ko na, no? Ni Vice President Duterte ay mukha namang in high spirit siya. At ang sabi nga niya, pinauuwi siya ng pilit ng tatay niya. Dahil sabi niya, umuwi ka na at magtrabaho ka sa Pilipinas, no? So tatay pa rin and very concerned about the Philippines pa rin, no? So ako, I can only rely on what VP Sara has said, no? VP Sara said na okay naman daw si Presidente. Medyo nung time na binisita niya, hapon na, isang meal pa lang ang sinerve sa kanya, hindi masyado nakain ni Presidente ang Dutch food. Pero pinaghandaan na raw siya ng kanin. Okay? Now, let me tell you about the detention facility. Kahapon kasi I had lunch with the Dutch national. Itong detention facility po is not exclusively for the ICC. It is an international detention facility being run by the Dutch government. And in fairness, they refer to it as the Hilton Prison. Kasi wala siyang rehas. It's a compound. It's like a dorm, I guess. No, walang rehas. They're free to move about. And quality of food naman is hindi masama. Kaya lang daw, syempre, it's Dutch food. No? And they have accommodated President Duterte's preference for rice. So, ang tawag po dito sa Europe ng detention facility being run by the Dutch government, but it's an international detention facility na merong particular wing reserved for the ICC is Hilton Prison. Pero I also need to underscore this, no? Siya po ngayon ay nandun sa, kumbaga, parang clinic ng facility na yun, no? Dahil he is still being monitored, no? Ang problema nga kasi, nagkulang siya ng gamot talaga. And although alam ng mga doktor ang gamot doon, ang aking huling narinig is they are providing him with substitute medicine. Kaya nga po kagabi, nag-deliver kami ng totoong medicine niya with letter and prescription para makita nila na hindi na dapat substitute medicine ang ibigay, kung hindi, yung talagang mga gamot na ni Presidente.
Secretary,
isa lang.
Secretary, ano ang tsansa?
Can you please raise your hand? Raise your hand. Henry, you have the floor. Go.
Yes, Secretary. Ano ang tsansa na siya ay mapauwi ng maaga at yung binabanggit ninyong motion, kasama ba na madismiss ang kanyang kaso considering the fact dun sa sinasabi ninyo na illegal ang pagkahuli sa kanya at hindi siya nabigyan ng due process?
Again, no, dahil I'm working with another lawyer, at least one other lawyer actively, it would be improper for me to say something without conferring with him. Pero nakapagsalita naman ako na hindi tayo uuwi na hindi kasama ang Presidente Duterte. So let's just say that our prayers is that he will be released at the soonest time possible, and we will take all steps necessary para mapauwi siya sa lalong mabilis na panahon. Now, siguro naman, I'm not in breach of confidentiality if I will tell you, malinaw yung proseso sa Article 59 ng International Criminal Court Rome Statute. At malinaw na hindi yan nasunod. So, ang mangyayari ngayon ng issue, sapat ba yon para mawala ang jurisdiction ng hukuman? Yan ay pagdidesisyonan ng hukuman kasi hindi naman nila talagang pwedeng ipilit na naiharap siya sa isang lokal na hukuman. Okay?
May mga nagsasabi na baka pwedeng mag-petition na i-house arrest na lang sa kanya o interim arrest. Pwede ba yun?
Again, as I said, hindi na po, well, of course, ang interim arrest, hindi natin palalampasin yan. But other than, yan ay karapatang hingi ng isang akusado sa ICC, wala muna po na akong sasabihin dahil it would be unprofessional of me to speak without having conferred with my co-counsels. Okay?